Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has entered the building.
What can I say, folks? It's good to be back.
It's Shed News time. Also, we're open.
My true blue, don't say you've gone.
Hello and welcome to the final episode of Shed News. I'm your host, Daniel, and yes, you heard right. The shed is open. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Elvis has entered the building, and so can you. Feel free to come on in from now on, making sure you've got your mask on and that you're following all the signs. Yes, we want to make sure that we're still sticking to the restrictions. We are a little restricted with the numbers we're allowed, but don't worry too much about that, as we've got room in both sheds as well as outside on these lovely sunny days. So come on in when you normally would during a shed week. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Next up in the news, in regard to our Zooms, I believe this will be the last week of our Zoom sessions. So for the iPad classes, there will be a Zoom call on the 10th at 1 p.m. as usual. If you would prefer to join in person, that's fine. It's up to you. However, we'll begin normal face-to-face learning next week. As for Wednesday, there will be no Zoom. However, on Friday, that will be our last Zoom Club session, and I'm hoping to make it a little bit special. So feel free to join in person or over Zoom. I'm hoping to get everyone in for one last hurrah. Yes, it will be a special one, so I'm hoping to see you there. Next up in the news, I'm sure you're thinking, Daniel, what is that disgusting, hairy, blonde, stringy caterpillar doing gyrating on your upper lip? And if you were thinking that, well, first of all, that's very rude. And second of all, it's the month of Movember. That's right, Movember is an organization that supports men's health issues. If you wish to learn Mo, donate or fundraise, a link will be sent around with this video. Next up in the news, due to the drastic change in shed openness, our next Zoom forum will not be going on ahead. However, the ideas you have come up with in all of the previous Zoom sessions have been recorded and they will be handed to the team leaders for their team leaders meeting. Feel free to join them for that meeting and have your ideas considered and discussed. Details of that meeting will be sent around. Next up in the news, sometime soon, a final episode of Lockdown Projects will be sent round, so look forward to projects by Gus, Bill, James, and Don. Thank you for the patience, guys. And now the shed news. First up in the news, the shed's open! Woo! Yeah. And lastly, the riddle for last week was, what doesn't use its teeth for eating? I would have accepted a comb, which doesn't use its own teeth for eating. Also a gear, which doesn't use its own teeth for eating. And also, I'm sure a number of you watching don't use your own teeth anymore. So, yeah, congrats if you got that. And now the riddle for this week. What looks like the Monash Men's Shed and is now open to its shedders? I know, a mystery, isn't it? Yes, I'll leave you with that one. And that's it from me. Thank you very much for tuning into these Shed News episodes. I've really enjoyed making them. Now, I won't shed a tear, because I'm sure I'll see you around the shed.
My true blue, don't say you've gone.